Hey guys, so I'm in the process of learning Arabic and Hebrew, and I wanted to share some of the things that I've been learning, kind of document the trip, and in the process, hopefully, I'll be producing some content that might be useful to other people who start off on a similar journey or end up wanting to pick up a little bit of Arabic or Hebrew. So, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is a standard formula in most Arabic works. Basically, it's in the name of Allah, the beneficent and the merciful. And there's not really a cognate to that statement in Hebrew. The closest thing I was able to find is from Genesis. It's Bashem Yodhe Vovhe Hal Olam. Basically, it means in the name of the Tetragrammaton, so YHWH, Yahweh, the everlasting. They don't really have a pronunciation for Yod He, Vov He, and there's a lot more to the discussion about the Basmallah as well, and different things as it relates to archaeology. But I digress. Anyways, we're going to go over the letters, so just the consonants, in Hebrew and Arabic where possible. So we have the Aleph, which is the same in both. It's just pictured a little bit differently. Makes the ah sound. It can be used with different sounds of that nature. It can function as a vowel. And then in Arabic, you'll usually have a hamza there to be able to add different vowel markings on it. Then we have the ba and the bet, which makes the b sound. Then we have the pe, which doesn't exist in Arabic, but you'll find it in other Arabicized scripts. So Farsi and Urdu, for example, will also have a pe, but that's the p sound. Then we have the tav, which makes a similar sound to ta, so it's a ta sound. And then we have the tet, which makes the same sound. It's ta. Then we have the tha, so that doesn't exist in Hebrew. It can be represented with the tav. So you'll find sometimes where they have in Hebrew documents names that are foreign. This will be used to represent that. And then the jim is not represented in Hebrew. So instead of that, they use the gimel, which is technically a G sound with an apostrophe, and that gives you the same sound as the jim in Arabic, but it won't be in any native Hebrew texts. Then we have the ha and the he. So in Hebrew, it's less of a pronounced ha. It's going to be more similar to a later ha in the Arabic script. Then we have the kha and the khet. So this makes the kh sound. And then we have khaf, which makes also the kh sound. Khaf also can be changed if it's at the end of a word. So if it's the last letter on a word, the bottom gets elongated. The ch sound does not exist in either Hebrew or Arabic, but it can be represented in Hebrew script with the sadi and the apostrophe. The dal and the dalet makes the d sound. Dal doesn't really exist in Hebrew, but zain is an approximation which makes the z sound. The ra and the rish are a little bit different, so they're both representing an sound, but for Hebrew, the pronunciation is more like a ghain without all of the guttural aspect of it and the ra mixed together, so it's kind of like la. Like if a Hebrew accent, I was saying something like story instead of story. Then we have the za and the zain, which makes the z sound. And then we have the j sound in Hebrew that's represented with the zain having that apostrophe. This is a sound that doesn't exist in Arabic either, but you'll find it in Persian and Urdu. This is the sound in words like vision. Then we have the sin and the samekh. So the samekh is a s sound. And the sin in Hebrew makes the same sound as the samekh. It's the s sound. And then we have the shin and the sheen, which make the same sh sound. And then you'll usually see it represented in script like this, and you'll know by context whether it's s or sh. Then we have the sadi and the sad. So these are similar letters in terms of their etymology, but the sadi is pronounced more like pizza, s. That sort of a sound like s. It's not the same as the sol. At the end of a word, it'll have the bottom elongated, still a sadi. And then lad doesn't exist in Hebrew. Arabic is the language of lad, as they say. And then the ta, the closest thing is the tet in Hebrew. So this is basically the same sound for ta in Hebrew. Then we have the law, but this does not exist in Hebrew. And then we have the ayn and the ayn. So in Arabic it's ayn, so it's a guttural sound, but in Hebrew they've lost the pronunciation, so now it's pronounced just like the alif. And then ghayn doesn't exist in Hebrew. And then we have the fa, which is the same as the fe, f sound. And then at the end of a word, the bottom is elongated for this letter. And then we have the qaf, which is the same as the quf, but in Hebrew, they've lost the pronunciation of the sound. So it's the same as kaf. So kaf, quf, ka, which is also the same as kaf. Then we have the gimel, which is the g sound. So that doesn't exist in Arabic. I've represented it with the Urdu Persian script. It's the g sound. Then we have the lam and the lamed. It's the l sound. Mim and mem is the m sound. And at the end of the word, the mim might be represented like this, which looks very similar to the samekh. But you'll know if something like this shows up in the middle of a word, it can't be the samekh. It can't be a mim, right? Because the mem only looks like this at the end. Then we have the nun, which is the n sound, which can be elongated when it's at the end of a word. Then we have the ha and the he, which we've already been over. It's the ha sound, and this is more closer in terms of pronunciation. And then we have the vet. So in Arabic, we don't really have a v sound, but it's often depicted with a waw, because that's a letter that will be translated or will be pronounced with a v in some languages. And then waw and vav are the same. So when you're looking at words that have similar origins and words that are common between Hebrew and Arabic, they'll be represented with this letter being found in them. And then we have the yod, which is like the ya, which makes the y sound. And that's everything for the Arabic and Hebrew consonants. At the end, I have alhamdulillah, which is sometimes used at the end of prayers and supplications and stuff like that. Basically, it means praise be to God. And then in Hebrew, we have Baruch Hashem, which just means basically the same thing, praise be to God. And that's everything for now. Thanks for watching, and if there's any mistakes or any feedback you'd have, please leave it in the comments. I really do appreciate it. Thanks so much. Bye.